Leonie here, and this is my best friend, Keisha. We've just finished our daily walk here at Terry Hills Oval, and I always have Keisha on this lead when we're down here. I also make sure that I use one of these plastic bags to pick up her poo. Definitely not my favourite job in the world, but it's one that I do every time, and I'll tell you why. Lots of people come down to this park every single day, and most don't realise that right in front of them is a patch of endangered Duffys forest. Duffys forest is dotted throughout Warringah, close to our homes, schools and our ovals. As we live so close to it, it's our job to protect this beautiful ecosystem and the native plants and animals that live there. But some humans are more of a threat than a help. I've got some friends who have seen firsthand the damage that humans can do to Duffys forest. My friend Nicole is an environment officer with Warringah Council, and she's been working on fencing in this part of the forest. Hi Nicole.
Hi Leonie.
This is a pretty big fence you've got here. Why did you have to fence this part of the forest?
Unfortunately, we've had a problem with people degrading the forest. Kids have been building BMX tracks and jumps in the forest, and they've been bringing in rubbish and destabilising the soil, damaging plants and introducing weeds into the ecosystem.
So we actually had to build this fence to protect the forest from humans.
Yeah, it's sad, but that's true. However, if people learn just to take photos and leave only footprints, then perhaps the forest will recover in the future.
Let's hope so. Thanks, Nicole. I'm really worried about those weeds that Nicole was talking about. Did you know that weeds are one of the biggest threats to the Duffys forest ecosystem? I've got another environment officer friend who's been working on that problem in a different part of the forest. Hey Michael.
Hi Leonie.
What have you been doing up here?
I work with the Friends of the Bush Volunteer Regeneration Program. We look after Warringah's bushland, removing weed species for the natural regeneration of native species.
Like this one here?
Yes, that's right Leonie. This is the endangered Grevillea calei. Our volunteers also propagate plants at our nursery at Manly Dam, which we then plant back into areas where natural regeneration is not occurring. We also take weeds away from the forest. Weeds are a big problem in Duffys forest. They grow very fast and inhibit the growth of native plants in the area. This means there's less food and habitat for our native animals.
Sounds like a big problem. What can we do to help?
When you're working with your mum and dad in the garden, ensure all the garden clippings and lawn clippings end up in the green bin. Otherwise they could end up in our waterways, which wash down into our drains and into the bushland. Also, another important thing is never to dump any waste into the bushland itself. And otherwise, come and join one of our bush care groups. Check us out on the website.
That sounds like a great idea. Thanks, Michael. Green bins are just the first thing. There's plenty of things that you and your friends can do to help Duffys forest. Firstly, like I did with Keisha, always keep dogs on a leash and pick up after them. It'll stop them damaging the environment. If you live close to bushland, build a dog fence to stop them escaping. Put a bell on your cat's collar to warn native animals when they are nearby. Never take anything from the forest and never leave anything behind. Leave the ecosystem exactly as you found it. This includes flowers and firewood. Always keep on the tracks when you walk or ride your bikes. This prevents erosion and protects ground cover plants. Introduce native plants to your yard and place bird boxes. You'll encourage native animals by creating more habitat. If you're lucky, you may even meet a rare bandicoot or a powerful owl. Finally, volunteer and get involved. You could join a Friends of the Bush group with mum or dad, or get involved in the environment club at school. Get your hands dirty and make a difference. The most important thing that we can all do to protect Duffys forest is to learn about it, like you're doing right now. So now that you've learned all about the forest, don't be afraid to share your knowledge and teach others about its history, plants and animals, and the threats to its survival. Most people have no idea what an amazing ecosystem Duffys forest is. Perhaps if they knew what you now know, they'd be willing to work harder to protect it for the future. Come, Keisha.